I walked in, I saw how warm and glowing you all are, and I was like, oh, is this a gentle cult? I've been looking for a cult. And I love the theme. It's very feminine, right? We've got the letter V up here. I'm on board. Actually, during a couple of Joel's jokes, I was gonna come up here and gong him. I was like, get the hook, ladies. And then we had Lisa. How fantastic was she? Oh my gosh. She's going to be teaching me this weekend how to pull a few stray hairs out of my body. And then she's going to show me how to attach them as extensions in my hair. Yeah, you always know that you're at the Center for Spirituality when the parking lot has more Priuses than Whole Foods. I was like, okay. Yeah, because we all know that we are just spiritual beings having a human experience, right? That's right. And my human experience is oversharing on a microphone. So if you can relate to any of what I'm going to say, it's between you and your higher power, okay? Yeah, I listen to so many spiritual thought leaders all day, Ram Dass, Michael Singer, Eckhart Tolle, that my algorithm thinks that I'm enlightened. But my bank account is like, could you manifest more? Yeah, I mean, Eckhart Tolle is always telling me just be in the moment, right? But I'm like, Eckhart, I gotta remember my jokes. So if I don't get any laughs, I'll just be like, you guys, I'm here now, okay? Yeah. My daughter said, what do you think it's going to be like there? And I'm like, well, just picture a lot of people who meditate, but are also still angry in traffic. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here because at comedy clubs before I have actually said, is anyone else going through a spiritual awakening? And in the whole times that I've asked this question, only one person has ever raised their hand, and it was a guy, and I think he was on mushrooms. So I'm like, I don't know. It's not really what I meant. Yeah, I am vibrating at such a high frequency that only dogs can hear, okay? Yeah. You guys, I so get you. I mean, I'm just gonna say right now, like, you guys, first of all, you're so kind to laugh at my jokes. I feel like if a joke were to bomb, you would still be like, I received that. And if a joke didn't do well, I'd just be like, well, that was some energy I need to release. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I feel like you're laughing with your whole heart, you know? Like, I honestly feel like I could pull out my shopping list, and one of you would be like, when you said almond milk, I heard what I needed to hear. So I'm from Wisconsin, and geez, but I had to leave. I'm lactose intolerant. I used to go to those football games. All the guys had cheese on their head, you know. I had hummus. And almond butter. I'm also a vegetarian. The governor of Wisconsin personally asked me to leave the state. Yeah. So my name is Mary, and that was the #1 name 100 years ago. And I think Marty said that means a pretty good comic if I can get to 100 and do this, right? Yeah. So, I mean, the name Mary's been around for what, at least 2,000 years, right? Yeah. Let's see if Riley and Parker have that kind of staying power. I put a Google alert on my name Mary Gallagher. Have you ever done that? Have you ever put a Google alert on my name, Mary Gallagher? If you put alert on your name. Anytime your name is in print, you'll get an email. I thought that was a pretty good idea, but what I didn't realize is every day another 99-year-old Mary Gallagher would die in County Cork, Ireland, and I wake up to the obituary. It usually says, Mary is survived by her 9 brothers, 5 sheep, and 10 friends, all also named Mary Gallagher. Yeah, so I drove out to Palm Springs the other day for a show, and you guys, there's these billboards on the way to Palm Springs. I don't know if you've seen them. One of them is a lawyer named Kevin, and it says, get in a car crash, text Kevin. And I'm like, is Kevin creating the car crashes that he is? Because then right after that, there's a beautiful blonde woman with cleavage, and it says breast augmentation, $4,999. You guys, I almost went off the road looking at the cleavage. I'm like, did Kevin put that billboard up too? I use a lot of the driving apps. Anyone use Waze? There's a lot of notifications on that app. Do you ever notice that? They're like, hey, Wazer, there's another Wazer near you. Then they're like, is traffic bad? Did the accident clear? I'm like, Waze, you do know I'm driving, right? Once I get there, you can chat me up all you want, but then I was like, is this a dating app? Is this what the kids do? I swear, the other day, Waze sent me a notification that said, let Waze contact your contacts. I was like, why? I don't even contact my contacts. Like, what are they gonna say? Mary is now driving to Disneyland. Even though she's unemployed and you have loaned her money. I like reading the bumper stickers on the car. Do you ever read the bumper stickers? I love that light reading on the road. But I'll just be like, okay, wait, your other car is a what? Now I'm on a high-speed chase because I'm a slow reader. Do you ever see a bumper sticker that offends you so much you have to drive up and see what kind of person would have that bumper sticker? Yeah, it's what I thought you would look like. You just confirmed all my prejudices. I saw a bumper sticker the other day that said, hot girls hit curbs, and then I looked at her, and she was. And she did. I saw the 13.9 bumper sticker. Do you know what the 13.9 bumper sticker is? Anyone know?
Half marathon.
It's half marathon, half. I don't think that really constitutes a bumper sticker, does it? I mean, what's next? My child almost got a B- at Edison Elementary. Yeah, so I'm at that age where I'm talking out loud to myself all the time now. Well, even this here right now is more for me than you. Like, if you don't get one of my jokes, don't worry, I'm really understanding it. Actually, with you laughing, this is like a sound bath for one. So, both my parents are former United States Marines, both of them.
Wow.
Thank you for acknowledging how difficult that must have been on me. My parents love this country, just none of the people in it, including me. Yeah, my parents, I don't know, I feel like they're disappointed in me because they come over to my house and they say, we are disappointed in you. My mom is 88 and my dad is 90, and I called them. My mom said, well, your father and I are very upset today. And I said, oh, how come, Mom? What's going on? She goes, well, we have outlived all of our friends. And then I reminded them they've never had any friends. Yeah, recently my mom admitted to me growing up I was not her favorite. That's always difficult, isn't it? Especially if you're an only child. So I really am excited to be out of the house because I just ended living with someone for 18 years. My daughter moved away and went to college. you. Thanks for clapping on that one. You guys, she was texting me all the time. She's like, Mom, I miss you so much. I was like, oh, I should have kicked her out a long time ago. We could have been friends. That was the first part of the school year. The second part now, I don't hear from her as much. Like, do you ever feel like your kids don't even read your text? I sent her a text a few weeks ago that said, hey, looks like I have the flu. She liked it. And then she's like, do you know where my black leggings are, Mom? I'm like, my black leggings that you took to Philadelphia? Yeah, so she's working very hard in Philadelphia. She's a double major, gin and tonic. Yeah, and she's got this fake ID that gets her into all the bars. You know, she's 20, it gets her into the bars, you gotta be 21. She showed it to me, so many lies on this fake ID. First of all, she says she's from Beverly Hills, she's from Burbank, okay? And then, you guys, on the fake ID, the kids, they make themselves an organ donor to make it more authentic. She goes, Mom, are you disappointed in me? I said, oh, no, but you know who's going to be disappointed is the guy who gets that fake kidney. He's going to be real. Sometimes when my daughter and I are together, sometimes people say we look like sisters, and I'm like, oh, such a compliment to me, you know, but kind of a slam to her. I'm like, you should probably moisturize. People may be thinking you went through divorce, you know? Yeah, when we were living together, she would babysit. So she babysits, and I do comedy, and I don't mind that she makes more money than me. I do some chores around the house. She gives me an allowance. You guys, I have this diary that I write all my secrets in. I never, ever wanted her to read it. But I didn't have to lock it up or hide it because it's all written in cursive. You know. Yeah. If she were to ever find that, she'd be like, is this the Dead Sea Scrolls? Is my mom an Inca? She doesn't know either of those historical things, by the way. That's just for the joke. Yeah. Yeah, but we still share a lot of things, like we share a music streaming account on Spotify, you know, so I see the names of all her playlists. And she's got this one playlist called, you know. Yeah. I said to my friend, what do you think that playlist is for? And my friend said, you know. And so I added a few songs to it. In honor of her military grandparents, I added Stars and Stripes Forever, Funeral March, and the 1984 Madonna classic, Like a Virgin. Because you can dance to it, you know? What you should be doing. Yeah. So now that she's at college, her stuff is still all around. Like, for instance, when she was little, I got her this very expensive American Girl doll. And now that my daughter's away in college, now I'm playing with the doll. Somebody's got to play with the doll. I'm still paying for the doll. But you guys, I don't know, have you ever bought an American Girl doll you have, okay, so you know this is true. You can take the doll to the American Girl doll store and pay to get their hair done, to get their nails done. They can get breast implants. But here's the thing, you guys, inside the American Girl doll store, they have a hospital for the dolls. An emergency room. This is completely true. So if anything happens to your doll, you take it there, check it in, a little wheelchair comes out, they get a wrist bracelet, and 4 or 5 days later, you get your doll back brand new. So America does not have health care, but American Girl doll does. Yeah, my daughter and I were trying to get on McKenna's plan. Because it's better than the plan I'm on now over at Build-A-Bear. I mean, the copays alone, you guys. So, I'm dating. There's a sign up out in the lobby that... Yeah, I have a former husband. I don't like calling him my ex, though. He's definitely more of a why. Why didn't I listen to what everyone predicted? Yeah, a therapist told me, very important, that if I date at my age, do not talk about the past. I was like, okay. So I had coffee with a guy a couple of months ago. He's like, where are you from? I said, who knows? Yeah. I think so I'm not in a relationship. I feel like I express intimacy different. Like, for instance, ladies, you ever go to get your hair done and they're putting the warm water, you're leaning back in that sink. It feels so good, right? And I'm just like, oh. And the stylist is like, Mary, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, please, just don't stop. It feels so good. She's like, Mary, you need a date. Yeah, I'll tell you one guy who I think is pretty interested in me because he still sends me a birthday card every year in the mail. It's my ophthalmologist. Yeah, and it always works. It always gets me to come in, too, because he keeps making the printing smaller and smaller. Yeah, so I grew up in the 80s. I'm a big fan of Sesame Street. Do you guys like Sesame Street? Oh, I love old school Sesame Street. I feel like there should be a Sesame Street for adults.
Yeah.
We should continue that great education, and this Sesame Street would be on late at night when drunks come home from the bar. And it would be like, this episode brought to you by letters D, U, and I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 step program. Instead of, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street, it would be, could you tell me how to get to my street? This program made possible by other viewers like you and your poor, poor choices. And then the count would come on. He'd be like, one night stand. Two rounds of antibiotics for an STD. I don't really have 3 yet. I'm sure Brian's going to write me some tags for that one, though, hopefully. Joel or Lisa or Marty. So yeah, what else before I go? I don't know. So I've kind of been going through my own spiritual awakening. And I know if you say that, you're not. But, so you guys, I took my daughter to Philadelphia, and I'm a huge fan of Peter Gabriel. Do you guys know Peter Gabriel I love him so much. He sings In Your Eyes and lead singer of Genesis, and he broke out on his own. And he's got this song, 1974 song. It was his first hit called Salisbury Hill. And I wish I could sing, I'd sing it for you, but that would just ruin it. But it's this beautiful song that has just been speaking to me my whole life. It really has. And I go to see Peter in concert, and he sings it, and I'm like, my heart is literally going boom, 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 like the song. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm gonna go to Salisbury Hill, which is outside of Bath in England. I'm a huge Anglophile. I always wanted to go to England. So I take my daughter to college, I drop her off, and then I go to England. And I go to Salisbury Hill, and I'm playing, there's these houses at the bottom of the hill. I'm playing the song on my phone while I run up Salisbury Hill. And I just kept imagining the people looking out the window going, oh God, we got another one. That's my time. Thank you so much, you guys. Oh, and I'm selling my t-shirt after the show, looking for a cult, so come see me if you want one. Thanks.
Thank you, Mary. Very nice. That was very nice.